Welcome, family. Today, I'm glad to be with you today. Many of us have lost ourselves just to please our spouse, just to please our partner, for us to be seen as husband material, or for us to be seen as a wife material. But at the end, we see ourselves being taken for granted. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 4 habits to quit or to avoid in a relationship for you not to be taken for granted. Number one is self-care negligence. Is when you let go of your happiness, those things you do, the hobby you love so much, you just throw it in the trash bin because your partner don't like it, he doesn't appreciate, he doesn't welcome it, or she doesn't welcome it. Or when you love workout, you have been constantly doing this, it has been your routine, but all of a sudden, because you had a partner, your current partner don't like you going out for workout, don't like you going out for gym, because of that reason you just threw it. You threw out your peace of mind, the things that makes you happy, the things that makes you joy. You have an appointment with a doctor just because you want to please your partner's need. You just let go. You didn't want to keep the appointment. You have a therapy section, you didn't go. You those things that give you peace of mind, your physical well-being, you don't even care how you look, you don't even care what you put on, you don't even, just because you want to please your partner, the money for it, you just invest it. Just anything that you just want to make your partner to see you as a good person. When you are too focused on your partner's well-being, not on your own physical developments and also emotional development, you don't care about these things, you just take yourself the way you see it, in as much as to please your partner. At this point, this is one of the red flags for you to be taken for granted, because your needs are not being considered. You just there to please your partner. Number two is over apologizing. It's not, I didn't say you shouldn't be apologize. You shouldn't apologize when you do anything wrong or when you hurt your husband or your partner's feeling. I didn't say you shouldn't apologize. I said over apologizing, even on the slightest thing that don't require apology. You keep apologizing millions of times. Any little thing you apologize, any little thing you apologize. You're like kind of, you are keeping the relationship. It's just one-sided. You just want peace to reign. You just want, if you didn't apologize, you didn't beg for forgiveness, maybe probably the house will be on fire. You need to be apologizing, and every little thing your partner will raise that. Even after apology, you still raise that mistake you did. Is not right. I think apologizing is good. It suits a relationship. It's part of the ingredients to make your relationship to be solid. But over apologizing in everything is where I have concern with. You should know when to apologize and when not to apologize. Let it not be a routine. Let it not be part of you. Every little thing you go, even many of you go on your knee to apologize in millions of times just to please your partner. When these things keep reoccurring, you see yourself belittling yourself to the level that they don't even care you're feeling again, because it's part of the deal. You just need to do that. The third habit to avoid for you not to be taken for granted in your relationship is being available all the time. When your availability all the time makes you vulnerable, your partner have already know that just to put a call, just to talk to you, he wants to get in touch with you, you must come. Don't be all the time available. Let him know, let her know that you also have time of your own self. You also have plans. You also have programs. To be there for your partner is nothing wrong. I never encourage you not to be there for your partner. But when you, all these things I'm saying is when you overdo it, when I don't welcome. When you let your partner know that you have your time, you have your schedule, You have the things you have for the day, you have your plans, your schedule of the day, so that your partner will not drag you on his own time. You need to set your time, discipline yourself on this angle. At least say no for some times. Say no for some time so that he or she will know that you also have your plan, not depending on him or moving on to his or her own plans throughout the day or throughout the month. Sometimes you say no, and even if you don't even have any activity for that time, use an excuse to let him know you are still a busy person too, that you bringing out your time for the relationship will not make you to be available all the time. Just let him or her know. Say no for sometimes. Okay, oh sorry, I would have loved to, but I have this important appointment, I have something I am trying to meet up, I have this meeting, I have this appointment. Let him or her know that you also have a time for yourself. You have busy schedule. Anytime you're bringing is out of your sacrifice to, not because he said it, now you now have to rush, or because she said it, you now have to rush over just to please him or her. You don't need to do that. You need to also set your own time. You need to also discipline yourself not to attend to all costs. This thing will make you stand strong, not to be taken for granted, even in decision making. The fourth one is silence for peace to reign. You don't need the trouble. You don't want to start again. You don't need to start arguing or having misunderstanding. Your partner will be taking you for granted. You don't need that. You just want peace to reign. For the process of keeping calm when your partner hurts your feeling, when he or she crossed your boundary, you keep mute just because you wouldn't want you to have misunderstanding with your partner. That is a red flag that will lead him or her to take you for granted. It's good for communication. If he crossed your line, if she crossed your line, feel free and talk to him or her. Hey, see, hello there, look at what you did. I don't like this. Look at what. Just communication brings understanding. You disagree to agree. You don't need to swallow everything he or she do. You don't need to swallow everything your partner do just because you want peace to reign. When you don't have a say, when your contribution doesn't matter, when you don't have a stand in the relationship, definitely you'll be taken for granted. But when your partner know very well that you can't take this, you have some boundaries, you can tolerate, but you can't take this thing, your partner will need to, re-examine him or herself before taking such decision. But when it's at the back of her mind or at the back of his mind that, hey, forget about it, he's not gonna do anything, she's not gonna, I'm the boss, I need to talk, he listen or she listen, this is a red flag. Because after all your submission, after all your silence for peace to reign, after all the time you have swallowed those rubbishes, those negative attributes, those maltreatment, you just want peace to reign, definitely it will still burst out for you to be taken for granted, because you don't have a say, you don't have a stand, you don't have anything as your right to stand up to speak out, because you started it. You don't want peace to, you don't want to hurt his feelings, you don't want to hurt her feelings. Then giving room, you become vulnerable to be taken for granted. So I know with these four attributes today, these four I listed today, it will help you to coach or guide yourself not to be taken for granted. And when you try these things and it's not forthcoming, definitely you know what to do for you to save your peace of mind, because it has been a norms now, when after everything you will do in a relationship, you still seeing yourself taken for granted. Let's just minimize. I've put my heart and money, my life, my time and everything, yet he or she still takes me for granted. With these few points, I know we will have to redress and see how we can push up amend or adjust to meet, not to be taken for granted. See you next week, the same time, where I will be dropping an interesting video again. Thank you and God bless you.